And now, I'd like to introduce you to our distinguished guest, Jo Goodhew. We're very pleased to have Jo Goodhew with us this evening. Jo is a well-known South Canterbury local who represented our region in Parliament for 4 terms as the Member of Parliament for Araki and later for Rangitata. During her time in government, she held several important portfolios, including Minister for the Community and Voluntary Sector, Minister for Senior Citizens, Associate Minister of Health, and Associate Minister for Primary Industries. Since leaving Parliament, she has continued to serve the region in various governance and community roles, offering her time and expertise to causes that strengthen and support South Canterbury. So welcome Jo Goodhew, please.
Good evening. I'm going to begin this evening by greeting you as I used to when I was a parliamentarian and I gave a speech, because I believe that the greeting is meaningful. E aku rangatira, tēnā koutou katoa, ka nui te honore ki te mihi kia koutou. Now translated, that means I greet you all as very distinguished guests, and it is my absolute honour to be here to be talking with you. So that is my greeting to you. I greet all those gathered here as leaders, as change makers, and as I've said, as distinguished guests. And I thank Liz Gregory for the invitation to be amongst you this evening. As I said, I am honoured to be here. And I do so because you all collectively deserve to be honoured for your efforts to right wrongs, to release those who are experiencing harm from harm, those who have suffered abuse from the proximity of that abuse, and those who would be at risk of harm from that cloud over their future. I also greet you as important and welcome members of this, our community. And now I know, from what Liz has said, that you are also from afar to support this event. There are those amongst you who have risen to the challenge of support of and for those who have left Gloriavale, and those also who are yet to leave. Now I salute you for your fortitude, your care, your commitment and your faith in what is just, is true and is right. National Day of Reflection is a day that will be marked nationwide. And today you have chosen to combine the marking of this day and all it represents with a farewell to a treasured staff member and the opening of your office project. Now, alongside your sadness that Janina Kitchen will no longer be part of your on-site team, will come gladness that she will still be part of your community, and most surely God will find other ways for her to support your work. Your office project has supporters and sponsors, all part of a collective effort to serve the work of those whose work is not done. National Day of Reflection is both a sombre and a celebratory occasion. And it's sombre, as has been mentioned already, but it's a day to salute the courage it took to step away from a life where fear and abuse is known to an uncertain future in a world that is unfamiliar. I'm so grateful to those who greet you and turn the unfamiliar into a warm welcome. A day to salute those who held out their arms and said, "We will help you walk away." A day to salute those who spoke in public and in testimony of their experience, because without that, judgments could not be brought and consequential change. I understand there is more work to do. There is more light to be shone into corners that are dark, realities that are not what they might seem, and lives that are not what New Zealanders can hope for. I acknowledge that there will soon be a decision on the education of children in Gloriavale. I hope and pray it is what you are waiting for. I also acknowledge that at a government level, the pace of scrutiny has been too slow and inadequate. And as has been said, for 12 years, I was the MP for people who live in this place. And so I take some responsibility that that has been the way it is. And I do not feel anything other than shame that it has been that way. I believe that despite that, absolutely despite that, you have made amazing progress in helping government agencies understand what is wrong, or despite government agencies helping an understanding of what is wrong and highlighting the failure to act on experiences that are not what New Zealanders should live with. So I give thanks to those of you who have in many ways been part of hard-fought battles to bring to justice those who prevail over injustices, over harm and abuse. I also know that in a day that marks recognition of survivors of abuse and care, there is a sombre understanding that there are still many who do not live in a safe place. They have yet to reach safety, to shed the shackles they experience in their lives living within Gloriavale and some other places. I conclude by saying to you that your collective support, care, fortitude, commitment, and above all else, courage is and always will be worth it. I thank you, and I am humbled to be sharing this event with you. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Thanks, Jo, for those words and for being with us this evening. As we reflect on what we've heard tonight from the Royal Commission's work, from survivors and from those who continue to advocate for change, we're reminded that this journey isn't just about what's written in a report, it's about people, it's about you. It's about truth, dignity and healing. To everyone here who has carried a story, shared a story, or simply held space for others, thank you all. Your presence matters. Together we honour the courage it takes to face the past, and we look forward to a future where these stories lead to lasting and meaningful change. Let's have a few moments of silence to reflect on the words we've heard tonight and to determine what role we all play in reducing harm in our communities. Maybe say a little prayer